going about changing out my blower motor on my 66 Impala. Getting into there. It's a fun one to get into for sure. Really difficult. I've looked it up and there's several different methods to go about it. Some of those don't work for different reasons. I'm just going to show you real quick which doesn't work and how I'm getting about it. For reference, here's the blower motor that I'm going to use. There's the motor, part number. There's the part number again. So what a lot of people will recommend is you just take out this inner fender. No big deal. You just zip these bolts out all the way around. It gets to be a big deal when this bolt's stripped, this bolt's stripped, this bolt's stripped. Okay, so what do? You look inside here, and it looks like there's plenty of room to get at that blower motor bolts. There's not. I mean, you might be able to get the bolts out, but how are you going to get that blower motor out of that hole? The blower motor's huge, and your hole is that big, so that's not going to work. So, what I'm trying, I took my whole heater core out. Now, I'm hoping to just pop this whole thing out. Hoping. I'm gonna have to two-hand it probably, but so I had to take my heater lines off, and you can see I'm leaking all over the place now. Of course, there's one bolt that's absolutely impossible to get to. It's right there. You can get that with a grinder and pound it out. And I'd say 4 out of 5 bolts going back in. That's doing pretty good. So that's the route I'm taking. Ground that one out. Maybe I'll get ambitious and stick a bolt in there, have somebody hold the head on one side and it'll hold in. But of course, once I get it open, I found a mouse nest. So maybe that's actually the reason that I wasn't getting good airflow and my blower motor was actually okay, or pretty good even. But either way, I got it apart this far. So get the mouse nest out and put a new blower motor on. I should see some airflow. I'm feeling ambitious, or feeling like I should at least, so hopefully so, and we'll find out. So, side note, there's one bolt way back on under there, so far deep in there, I can't even see it. Back around the corner back in there, I could feel it. It's a bolt. So those other ones are all studs. Here's my ground one. With these pressed type nuts. And this one was a bolt for sure. That's what it felt like. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. In case you're wondering some more, this is 7/16. Now it's easy to get to. In case you're wondering how far deep you got to get in there, it's about elbow deep. Not quite. If you get yourself one of those ratcheting wrenches, it makes things easier for sure. So basically what I've found out is I cannot get this piece here out without taking this fender off. So I have two options. I either take the fender off, which again, as I said, strip bolt, strip bolt, strip bolt, strip bolt. I got one or two out. Or I cut a hole. And that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I think I'm gonna just start cutting, come back, and weld it back in. So this is an incredibly difficult job if you cannot get these bolts out. Take the fender out if you can. So this was fun. I got it out. I ended up just going, oh, get back so I can see it. Did two sides. I did the cut top and then down. Well, I went up first and then over. And I just bent it back. That should make it a lot easier for alignment purposes for me when I'm gonna weld this back together. I don't recommend this. Take the fender out. So much easier. But you can see in there now. And There's another bolt. So somebody's had this out before. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Cut the 5th one. Reached my arm around, and I think this is the one I got. So this one was never even there for me. Fun stuff. There she is. She's out. Put it back all together. I didn't even get this on videotape because it was just too easy for me. Basically, I set the fan upright like this. This nut came right off. Don't know how or why, but it did. And then, again, like I said, it was too easy. I got excited. There's a little divot in there, a little hole. Sprayed some WD-40 in there. So basically, it's just sitting up in a pool up there. So it has nowhere to go except down. And, you know, I was pulling on it before, it wasn't moving. Gave it a little tug after it sat for 30 seconds. Came right off, slipped right on. And just like that, it was done. It was too easy. So I hope it works like that for anybody else, but I got lucky this time.